I'm bored of summer, I'm ready for a new season. So that's what we're doing here today. Okay, I am back from the salon. My apartment is already just feeling so cozy. I've created my little TBR stack for autumn, and they are so delicious. Hello, and welcome to not quite, well, sort of the first day of fall. First day of fall on this channel. It's still August as I'm filming this, and if you're someone who's like, no, the season doesn't start until a solstice or an equinox, if you're holding out for autumn equinox, it's not yet that. But when you are watching this, it'll be like September 2nd, and I go by meteorological seasons, not astronomical seasons. So for me, the first day of fall is September 1st. So I've been looking at the calendar to figure out what video do I need to film that would go up on this day as close to September 1st as possible, because that is when I want to do my decorating for fall videos. That's what we're doing. Very excited. I need this. I need this so bad. So just a disclaimer. First of all, an introduction, then a disclaimer. Introduction. Hi. Welcome. Welcome if you're new here. I'm Andrea. Welcome back if you're one of my lovely returning friends. It is great to have you all here. There's the introduction out of the way. Disclaimer. I live in southern Arizona. It has felt like summer since March. Like, that's when it was like summer by most people's standards, but still like technically spring for us. But that was when it was just starting to get hot, like air conditioning hot. And then it definitely felt like summer, definitely, by April. By the end of April, it was nearing the hundreds. AC was on full time. It's just, yeah, it's been summer for a very, 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 very long time here in Phoenix. And I'm bored. I'm bored of summer. I'm tired of summer. I'm bored of all of my summer decorations. The apartment is just starting to feel a little bit stale. I just need to freshen it up. So if you are lucky enough to live somewhere that gets beautiful, livable, enjoyable summers, and if you are holding on to the last few weeks of summer, I do not blame you. If I lived somewhere else, I'd probably be doing the same thing. But if that's the case, this might not be the video for you. You are welcome to click off. Go watch one of my other videos. Go watch some of the England videos. Those definitely have a summer vibe because it felt like summer the whole time we were there, even though it was still technically spring. You can always come back once you're ready for autumn content. And even the next vlog, it'll look like autumn behind me, but we won't be talking about autumn that much. But for this vlog, it's all autumn, all vlog. It's so funny because, like, I've seen there was another content creator I was watching who had already started doing some fall content, and there were a few people, not many, the majority were really enjoying it, but there were a few people in the comments who were telling her, like, it's still summer, you should live in the moment, don't rush to the next season, and blah blah blah. And I get the sentiment, but like, she lives in the Pacific Northwest. I'm guessing it's already starting to feel a little bit chilly in the mornings, and you're starting to get those autumn vibes. So like, if I lived in that environment, I'd be ready. If everything around me, environment-wise, is moving on to the next season, like, that's what I would be following. Here in the desert, if I waited until it felt like fall to start making it look like fall, it'd be fall in January. So yeah, anyway, I'm very present. I'm living in the moment. I'm enjoying the present moment. But for me, grabbing onto autumn, perhaps just a little bit early. Like I said, it's August 24th as I'm filming this, so technically I probably should wait until next weekend to do this, but then it screws up my filming schedule, and I don't mind living with autumn for an extra week, considering I put up Christmas in like the beginning of November. So I'm being very mindful, I'm being very present and intentional, but I'm bored. I'm bored of summer. I'm ready for a new season. So that's what we're doing here today. It is a full autumn glow up for the apartment and for me. I'm gonna go get my hair done in a few hours, and we're definitely going to warm it up a bit and maybe darken it a bit, semi-permanent, because I'm definitely liking the root situation a lot, being back at more my natural color. You cannot tell that much, like if you look really closely, so I'm gonna step back a little bit, but if you look really closely, you can tell I've got about an inch of grow out. I can see the grays, but otherwise, Chelsea, my hairstylist, when I was in there 7 weeks ago or so, just did a really good job with getting the color that she's been doing as close to my natural color as possible. Like now that it's actually grown out a bit, we can see how good of a job she did, and I'm so impressed. But the last time I went, we did darken it up just a little bit with semi-permanent, and that's all washed out now. So I think I want to have that put back in, do a little bit of fall spice color-wise. I've also got fall spice in my coffee. Starbucks and Whole Foods have both declared it to be pumpkin spice season. Both of them have started doing pumpkin spice lattes. I can't consume the pumpkin spice syrup that they use. It does not agree with my stomach, but I've done my own homemade fall spice. So I've mixed in a bit of cinnamon, nutmeg, cloves, allspice into my coffee grounds when I did my pour over today. And I've got it in my adorable hedgehog mug. I'm wearing my squirrel earrings. I've got on squirrel socks. I'm wearing my new moss green t-shirt because it's still gonna be 102 outside today as a high. So once we get back from the hair salon, we're gonna be hiding indoors and making it extra cozy in here and pretending it's autumn. Like, let me know in the comments if you are a lover of all things autumn, and if you like fall spice stuff, whether it's pumpkin spice lattes or your own fall spice blend. But you know, is there anything better than that first sip or that first bite of any of our favorite autumn related treats? I don't think so. Like, this is a total moment of magic. My first sip of fall spice coffee. I'm so excited. So first on the agenda today is to get down all of the spring decor. So I need to go around the apartment, gather up all the spring summer stuff. I think I've cleared out everything in the kitchen. I've already started putting up, or rather putting out. I've got my Hello Fall towel there, and I've got my fall leaves here. So those are all set. I do have some other, this towel needs to go be put away. And I have some other fall, where are they? I thought I grabbed them all, but now I'm remembering there are some other ones. So this is where I keep all of my like seasonal ones. Those are all Christmas. These are that's autumn. Yeah, there's two of them there. Those are fall. So I've got the plaid, and then I've got I Love Fall Most of All, and this one just has cozy, spice, autumn, coffee, tea, pumpkin, all those sort of autumn words. So I will get those set out somewhere, not on my stove, because that's a fire hazard. Do not leave soft textiles anywhere near your stove, just FYI. That is totally Andrea, the junior fire marshal, speaking. Yes, I did win an award once for fire safety. That's what being paranoid about house fires will do to you. Anyway, I need to get all of the remaining spring summer stuff gathered up. I need to go out onto the balcony and get the boxes of decor, so the empty box that all the spring summer stuff goes in, and then I think I've got 2 boxes of stuff for autumn. So I need to get those brought in so that I can start putting everything away and start putting the other stuff out. And I'm very, very excited. Okay, I am back from the salon. It is definitely darker. It is definitely warmer. It still has a good mix of color. Like, it's not all one color. I'm trying to stand by the door so that you'll be able to see with more natural light, but the air conditioning is on, which makes it a little bit noisier over here. So we will go into the kitchen and then you can see what the hair looks like in artificial fluorescent light. I'm in love with it. So what we did, I'm also in love with that, I'm not gonna lie. So what we did was she just put in a few foils of a darker warm, we're calling it kind of like fall spice. And so the bits that were pretty blonde pulled that pretty well. So it's definitely giving me a slightly darker look. I'm not sure if it's coming across on camera or not, but in the salon with the natural lighting, the warmth and the darkness of the color, it was really making my eyes pop, like they were looking extra blue. And Chelsea commented on that. She's like, your eyes. I'm like, I know, and that's why I like the darker hair color, because I've always felt like it makes my eyes stand out more. But I have really been liking having my hair be a little bit lighter again and not noticing my roots grow in. So what the colors that she put on is a semi-permanent color, so it's going to gradually fade and wash out over the next few weeks. And so by the time my roots start to be visible, the length of my hair will be back to basically what my root color, my natural color is. So she really did get the color that's underneath this is pretty much now my natural color, just a bit more vibrant. That was the only thing I noticed as the roots had started growing in. So I had probably about an inch of grow out at the beginning of this vlog. I don't know how much it was showing up on camera. I could barely tell looking in the mirror, especially in artificial light. It was a little bit more noticeable in the salon with the natural light combined with the artificial light. With about an inch grow out, like I could see about 2 inches kind of all together. So we really got a good look of what the grow out looks like with the color that she had done and what this will kind of fade back down to. And really the only difference is you could see the gray that had come in, and it wasn't as multi-tonal, it wasn't as vibrant as what she had done. And I really like that. I like how much more low maintenance it is. I like how when I'm going into the salon, I feel like my hair still looks good. Like, I could have gone another month probably before going back to see her, and it had already been almost 2. So it's just kind of nice to know that I don't have to go to the salon every 4 to 5 weeks. Yeah, we also trimmed it a little bit, so we kind of took it back to what it had been when she first chopped it off back at the end of May, right after I got back from England. It had gotten to a point where it was in a really awkward in-between stage. It was no longer a long bob, which I would kind of call this a long bob, but it also wasn't long. It was like this weird middle ground. And it just felt like I was at a point where I needed to decide to either trim it back up to this or let it continue growing out. And I will let it continue growing out at some point, but I just felt like, let's just trim it back up. I'll see how I feel over the next few weeks, and then this will probably be it. I probably will let it grow out from here, but it has been so easy having shorter hair, and while it is still this hot and I am still washing my hair almost every day because I'm going for a walk almost every day and getting really hot and sweaty, and like my hair just has to be washed after I go for a walk most days, I think having it shorter is just going to be nicer. But I'll probably let it start growing out over the winter, and then we'll see next summer. I might not let it get as long as it did. But yeah, I keep doing this. I keep flicking my hair. I'm loving the length. I'm loving the color. I'm loving everything. So it's making me very, very happy. So I had a good time at the salon, and now I'm home. It is 1:30. I have had some lunch. I have done a little bit of resting on the couch. I think I want to go back to doing that. So as you saw in the clips before we went to the salon, we have the fireplace has been decorated. The pine cones are back in the fireplace. I do not use my fireplace, so I don't have to worry about a fire hazard. So I just put battery operated candles in there, and during autumn and winter I put some pine cones in there just to create a little bit of extra texture, which I like. I've done the garland over the office window, so that's done. I have started restyling the coffee table. I have gathered up a lot of my vases for the new flower arrangement, so I need to do those. So basically I'm at the point in this process and the point in today where I'm tired, and so I'm slowing down. I want to go lay down on the couch and just like watch a YouTube video or something for a couple hours. Like I'm just really tired. It has been an epically long week compared to how the last several weeks have been, with it being the first week back to school and having the extra meetings this past week that I won't normally have. And so that has made this week even more hectic and more exhausting. So I can't just go flat out all weekend with, you know, decorating. I need to be resting today and tomorrow. But I think I've got the majority of stuff done. So I think the last thing I'm going to do really quick before I then get on the couch and mess it up again is restyle the couch. I've already switched over the cushion covers, but I want to figure out the throw blanket situation and how I want to do that. So I'm going to restyle the couch, and then I'm going to lay down and just relax for a bit. And so throughout the rest of the evening and tomorrow, I will continue with the decorating. So I'll finish doing the coffee table. I'll start doing the floral arrangement. So I'll be playing with that today and tomorrow. I found all of my fall leaf decals for the windows. So I need to wash the windows, and then I need to stick those decals on. So I'll do that for this little window and for the balcony door. And that's also something I will probably do tomorrow. Because tomorrow when it's cooler in the morning, I can go outside onto the balcony and wash the outside of the window as well. Yeah, I think the thing I want to do today is at least get everything out of the boxes so that tomorrow morning after my walk I can go ahead and just put all the boxes back out into the storage closet. I also need to get all the Mrs. Meyer's stuff swapped out. The thing is, I'm not going to be able to swap out my dish soap yet because I do have some dish soap left over, but just a tiny amount. So my peony dish soap is going to have to stay out for a little bit longer. But I do have some room spray and some surface cleaner and stuff like that that I can get out. Some hand soap. Anyway, enough rambling. Time to go relax. I can feel it in my back. I am so wiped from this week. So I'm going to make the couch look really, really pretty and autumnal. And then I'm going to ruin it a bit by laying on it. Okay, it's now Sunday. It's afternoon. I have had an exceptionally slow, quiet morning that I've not really vlogged, that I've kind of kept to myself. I'll vlog the afternoon. I feel like that is the bonus of doing a multi-day vlog, is I don't have to vlog as much of each day. And it takes the pressure off. So yeah, you didn't miss much. I have laid on the couch and watched some YouTube. I've made myself like a late breakfast brunch for myself, which was really yummy. I've made some coffee in a slightly Christmassy mug, but I needed something bigger, and I don't have any like big autumn mugs. So at this time of year also, I love my Christmas mugs, and I just feel like two and a half months out of the year it's not enough time to use them. So I need to rearrange the mug cabinet and bring all the autumn and Christmas mugs forward, and the spring summer mugs can go towards the back again. So we're gonna be like pretty much autumn mode in here and on the vlogs until November. The one exception, the one bit of Christmas you might start seeing sooner than that, will probably be my coffee mugs. So just FYI. But yeah, so I've made myself some food and some coffee. I've put the decor boxes back out into the storage closet, so that's done. Got that done before it got super, super hot outside. It's currently 97 degrees, going up to 102 today, so not that bad. Feeling a bit autumnal. It's only going to be 102 out there. It's downright chilly. So yeah, I got those put away. I also washed or just used glass cleaner to clean this little window here in my office and the balcony window, the sliding door window. I have now cleaned inside and out. So they are ready for the fall leaf decals. I still have all the fall floral arrangements to do. Those will also probably get done a little bit throughout this coming week. Basically, I feel like I maxed out yesterday on what I can handle doing. I just want to go lay on the couch and read and relax and watch YouTube for the rest of today. I thought I needed to edit a vlog, but it turns out I'm a little bit ahead, so tomorrow's vlog is actually already edited and just needs to be uploaded. So yay. Weekday Andrea was very smart, and weekend Andrea now gets to enjoy that. So I'll probably do a little bit of vlog editing later just to continue being ahead for Wednesday, so I have less to do on Monday and Tuesday. But yeah, I'm so tired. I am so tired. I'm just realizing how, like, the week, the busyness and the hecticness and the excitement of the week of starting teaching again, all of that is like really catching up to me, and today I just have no energy. I am so grateful that I don't have meetings tomorrow or Tuesday, so I think tomorrow, Tuesday, and Wednesday will be just nice, quiet, chilled work from home days, so they won't be that hectic, they won't be that strenuous, so I should be okay by Thursday. But I do still have work I will have to do over the next few days, whereas today I don't. So basically I've realized there's nothing left to do today that I have to do today. It's just, what do I want to do today? If there's stuff that doesn't get done, it all can wait. Finishing the decor and, you know, doing the flower arranging and the leaf decals, all of that can be done little bits over throughout the course of this week. Vlog editing can wait until tomorrow. Anything else that comes up, like I keep running through everything, and like there's really nothing that has to be done. It really is, what do I feel like doing? And I don't feel like doing much. I'm really that tired. I think I'm gonna crash on the couch and read. I'm almost done. I've got like this many pages left in Book of Life, which is book 3 of the All Souls series. Started as a trilogy, now it's a series. If you watched my trip to Changing Hands bookstore in the last, no, 2 vlogs ago would be that one, be that vlog. If you saw my book haul, I got book 5, so I need to get book 3 finished and then reread book 4 as quickly as I can so that I can get to book 5, which will be a new Deborah Harkness book. I can't remember the last time I read a new Deborah Harkness book. So I'm really excited, but I'm also excited about the other books that I got at Changing Hands. So like I want to be reading those soon as well. I have gathered all the books that I want to try to read for like autumn and winter. I don't have any Christmas books that are like physical books. There's a bunch of books that I'd wanted to read this summer that like we're now going into autumn winter reads, and so there's some books that I bought that are more of like a spring summer read for me, so they're just gonna have to get, there's gonna be a separate like 2025 TBR pile that I'm gonna have to create somewhere. But I've created an end of 2024, start of 2025, basically all the like moody, atmospheric fantasy novels, but also some classic novels that just fit the autumn winter vibe a little bit more. So I've created a space on the little bookshelf by my balcony door where I keep like a bouquet, a vase of flowers. I've set them all up there. So I need to get them like actually styled and arranged a little bit more nicely. I've just kind of got 2 awkward piles on that little unit right now. So I'll arrange those a little bit more nicely, and then hopefully if I can see them, I will be more inclined to read them. So yeah, I think I just want to read. I'm enjoying all the decor I put up yesterday. My apartment is already just feeling so cozy and like cozier than normal. Like it's just, there's something about the warm tones of fall colors, you know, the oranges and the golds and the yellows and the reds and burgundies, the extra textures of the throw pillows and blankets that I've put out, the candlelight. Last night I had, it's a pumpkin spice or something candle from Anthropology that I bought last year or the year before. Like I've had it for a while and I didn't finish it last year, so it still has a bit, and I thought I had finished it, but it stayed lit all evening yesterday, and my apartment just smelled so good. And it has not been smelling that nice in here. Like, it's not been smelling bad, it's just, there's something about, I don't know if it's this way in other parts of the US or other places that have air conditioning, there's just something about air conditioning, especially in an older building like this one. I don't know the last time the vents have been cleaned. And so by this point in the summer, even though I have an air filter for the air conditioning, and I changed that filter, like I just changed it like a week ago, it's just, there's a smell. It's not a bad smell. It's not like a disgusting smell. It's just a kind of stale air smell, a recycled air smell. It's just a little bit dusty from, you know, the vents, and it smells like my apartment has been closed up all summer, because it has. And so I'm so ready to open up the windows and properly air it out. But in the meantime, having the candles, and I've got a little wax melt going as well. So my apartment is starting to smell a bit nicer and more autumnal, and it'll be so nice when I can open up the windows, but in the meantime, it's making me very happy. But I've got a flashing battery light, and I really just want to go lay down on the couch. So I'm gonna go read, and we'll see what I do this afternoon, but it's probably not gonna be much. Okay, I've been reading for a little while, so I've started reading, need to not be underneath the ceiling fan or that's gonna interfere with the mic, but I've started reading Times Convert. I'm not that far into it, but I'm gonna do a little bit more reading, I think. I'm just getting up for a moment. So I'll do a little bit more reading and then have dinner later, and then I'll probably do some more reading after dinner, like before bed. So I'm hoping to get at least another few chapters into it. But I've created my little TBR stack for autumn, so I thought I would show you all. One of these books I'm not gonna read. It's more of like a reference book. You know you are like reaching next level of fiction reading when you have a reference book for your fiction reading. You'll see what I mean when I get there. So here's my stack. I love how it looks. It's mostly dark, moody colors. It's very nice for autumn. This will be the next book that I read. I've got a copy of Shakespeare's sonnets. That's not technically part of the stack. It just kind of lives on this shelf. So we'll just move that off to the side there. But I've got Blackbird Oracle, book 5 in the All Souls series. So that will be the next book. And then I've got a couple classics. These are not in order of when I will read them. It's just in order of size so that they don't like look all weird. So I've got two classics, Persuasion and North and South. So Persuasion by Jane Austen and North and South by Elizabeth Gaskell. North and South has been on my TBR list for years. I have been wanting to read it for ages and ages and ages and just never have. I've decided this year is the year I'm going to do it. If not this year, then it will be one of my first reads of 2025. I also was thinking I really wanted to reread Persuasion, and then this is a really beautiful copy that I got in Bath at the No. 1 Royal Crescent Museum. Figured if I'm going to reread it, I'll reread that beautiful copy. Then we've got the two other books that I got along with this one at Changing Hands. So we've got The Book Eaters by Sun Yee Dean and Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies by Heather Fawcett. This book, Last Rituals, I've had since the beginning of the year. It's by an Icelandic author whose name I'm not even going to try to pronounce because I know I will butcher it horrifically. But it sounded really interesting, and I was wanting to try to read books this year by authors from other countries, like translations and stuff. So it just sounded really, it's a murder mystery. Sounded really cool, set in Iceland. And then Square Haunting I got in London at Daunt Books. So it's a nonfiction story about 5 women who lived in this one particular square in London between the wars, and so that one sounded like a really interesting bit of women's history that I would enjoy reading. And then I have The Familiar by Leigh Bardugo. I know nothing about this book. I got this book for free from work. The publisher representatives who came to one of the events at the end of the spring semester, this was one of the fiction books they had on the table. So the cover looked amazing. I picked it up. I've kind of been waiting to read it for this time of year, so we'll see. I've never read anything by Leigh Bardugo, so I'm going in blind whenever I eventually read this one. Again, this isn't really in order, but like I feel like I'll read these two after this one will be next, and then I'll read these two, and then we'll see how the rest go. And then the bottom one is a copy of The World of All Souls by Deborah Harkness that I picked up. It's basically a reference book to her All Souls series. So all of the real people in history and places and things like that that she references have more details and information in there. So I'm such a fan of the whole series. It just felt like I needed to get that to like have my series complete. So yeah, so I won't be reading that one cover to cover, but I will be flipping through it a bit. So those are the physical books that I have. There will be books on my Kindle. There will be library books that I read, but I definitely want to try to read all of those physical books. So like Kindle and library books will be like if I'm not reading one of those, not so much in place of those, if that makes sense. I'm going to try to read those as much as I can. But then again, there could be something that pops up that ends up being a library book or a Kindle book that just feels like this is the time of year that I have to read it. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm such a mood reader, and sometimes I really wish I wasn't, but I just can't help it. So we'll see. But I really like the way the stack kind of looks there. So I desperately need to clean and reorganize my bookshelves. It's just such a daunting thing to think about. Part of me feels like I need to just take everything off of those shelves and like truly start from scratch. But I just don't think that will ever happen. I don't think I'll ever do that. So the next option, and I've already done this with 2 shelves, is kind of decide what I want a shelf to be and then just take things off that shelf and put back on it the things that I want to be on it. So there were 2 shelves that I just decided I kind of wanted to flip the order of them. And I did that, and now both of those shelves do look quite a bit tidier. So that might be a way, like, just take 1 hour each weekend to just rearrange a few shelves at a time. That would be really hard to vlog though, and I think that, like, I feel like I need to vlog the whole experience, but honestly I'm at the point where I feel like I need to just not vlog the rearranging of it and just vlog, like just film the final result and do like an updated book tour, and then probably also a video of like all the books I'm getting rid of or something, because there's gonna have to be books that I get rid of. I'm also starting to think, because one of the shelves, so this one at the very end and then part of the top shelf of the next bookcase over, those are DVDs, not books. And now I'm wondering if I almost, like, this could be a really bad idea that I regret almost immediately, but a lot of my DVDs are film adaptations of books I have in my collection. So part of me almost feels like I want to just merge everything. And so, like, one of the shelves that was one of the ones that I rearranged are all my Jane Austen novels and my classic novels, along with my Jane Austen like spin-off adaptation type novels. What I think some people would call Jane Austen fan fiction. I don't feel like that's an accurate term for that kind of novel, but that might help some of you understand what I'm talking about. So like, why not have all my Jane Austen DVDs on that same shelf? So yeah, part of me is tempted to, instead of having it be like all DVDs on one shelf or one bookcase and then 3 of the books, just having everything mixed together, and then any DVD that doesn't really go with any of the themes of the books, like just having each shelf be a different theme and having it then be any DVD, any movie or book that fits that theme is what's on that shelf. So then any book, any DVD or film that doesn't fit one of those themes, I could then have in kind of the shelves at the very bottom where they're just a little bit less visible. So I don't know. And then I've got all along the top of the bookcase are all CDs, and I am old enough that I still have a large collection of physical media, and I'm smart enough to not depend on streaming for everything. So I don't want to declutter my physical media collection. It's one thing to get rid of a book or a DVD that I bought and that I consumed and then was just like, I'm never gonna read this again, or I'm never gonna watch this again. It's just not really my thing. Those I'm ready to get rid of and like pass on and let someone else have. But the things that I like and watch repeatedly, so like I was talking earlier in this vlog about how Discovery of Witches is now on Netflix, but I just bought the DVDs. I'm not gonna get rid of the DVDs because they won't be on Netflix forever. And when they're not on Netflix anymore, I want to still have a way to watch them without having to go subscribe to some service just for that one movie that I love or just for that one TV series that I love. Like at some point I really need to just buy Downton Abbey like as a big box set because I love that series so much. And like, it's still on Amazon Prime, but Amazon Prime now has adverts. You have to watch ads while you're watching your show. And it's just like, I pay, and Netflix is doing this too. Netflix is about to switch their plan. So my plan rate is going to go down. It's going to go down by like 40% or something. So it'll save me money in that respect. But it's going to now have ads on it. And so if I want no ads, I've got to pay for the higher Netflix fee. And it's just like, I am already paying you. Why do I have to watch ads? So it's like, if I just want to binge Downton Abbey or Discovery of Witches, sometimes I don't want to deal with advertisements. So owning the physical, like paying for it once and owning it outright is actually really valuable to me and is worth the issue then of trying to find space to store it all. And I do have another bookcase that I don't film as often that's on this wall. It's the wall behind the couch. So that needs to be gone through as well. So there's a lot of books that I know I can let go of, and that will free up room for the books and DVDs and media that I want to keep. But yeah, it's one of those things where, will I get around to rearranging and decluttering my bookcases before I move? Or will that just be part of the adventure when I move? And I'm not planning on moving anytime soon. Like, that's literally like what I'm talking about here, like how long it could take me to do this. I legitimately could move before I get around to doing this, and I don't plan on moving anytime soon. Knock on wood. I don't plan on moving. I don't want to move, so hopefully I don't have to move at any point soon. But yeah, I really do want to redo those bookcases. It didn't happen this summer, and it just feels like it's a summer project because it's gonna take a while. So I don't know. Anyway, it's 4:30. I wanted to make some candied pecans, some sugared pecans. It's a recipe of my mom's that I thought I would give it a try. It doesn't sound like it takes that long to make, and it doesn't take that long to cook or to bake lightly in the oven. I'm going to use my toaster oven for it. And I've got some pecans that need to be used up like within the next few weeks. So I figured that would be a good way to use them. And it just seemed like a nice fall treat as well. So maybe add a little bit of cinnamon with the sugar. Cinnamon sugared pecans does sound really good. So if I do them now, they should be cool by after dinner to have as like a little sweet treat after dinner. So I think I'm gonna get those going and then lay back down on the couch and do some more reading. It's 4:30 right now. So yeah, I'll probably read for like another hour and then around 5:30 stop and have dinner. So it's been a very, very cozy, very cozy afternoon this Sunday, and I'm really, really enjoying it. So a little bit of baking and a little bit more reading sounds like just the thing. Those turned out so good. My mom makes them, but I've never tried. Turns out they're super easy. She's gonna watch this eventually and hear me say that and be like, duh. But no, super easy. And they are so delicious. I made a bigger, I thought I was gonna make enough to put into one of these. I have 2 of these, so I could just split it between that. But I don't have a batch of granola that I've made, so I'll probably put them in this one. Because if I make granola, I could put the granola in this one. But I probably wouldn't make the granola until next week anyway. So I think they're completely cool now, so I can put them away. But yeah, they turned out really good. Mom said you could do vanilla or cinnamon. I thought, why not both? And as soon as I started mixing in the vanilla and the cinnamon into the butter sugar mixture, the smell, oh my gosh, it was just amazing. I think the next time I try them, I might put together a mixture of, I need to redo my fall spice mixture. This is what I use for my coffee. Mostly cinnamon, but with a little bit of nutmeg, allspice, and cloves. And then when I make my coffee, when I do my coffee, I make my coffee in a pour over cone. So I have the filter in here and the coffee grounds, and then I just sprinkle some of this over the coffee grounds. And the first time I tried it, I thought, I don't know if this will work, but we'll see. But it actually does put a good amount of the spice flavor into the coffee that pours through. So I was thinking when I top up this mixture, doing like fall spice sugared pecans would probably be really good. Like if it's not just the cinnamon, but if they also have a bit of the other fall spices. So I might try that next time and I will report back. So yeah, it's now just gone 7 o'clock. So I'm probably gonna watch YouTube for another hour and then I'll get in bed and read. But I hope you've enjoyed decorating my apartment. It's just, when I'm vlogging in the kitchen at this time, like starting at this time of year, because like right now I can see the pumpkin on my counter, I can see the fall leaves over my shoulder, the candles lit, They're battery operated, don't worry. And it's just looking so cozy behind me. And like it's 7 o'clock, but it's actually starting to get dark. Like the sun is setting around this time right now instead of closer to 8. So like it's actually starting to feel later in the evening. And then in another, let's see, September, October, another 2 months, September and October, sometime in November, there'll be a Christmas tree back here too. So we're coming into my favorite time of year, and it's just making me so happy. So I hope you've enjoyed decorating for autumn with me. For those of you who start celebrating autumn and all things autumn and fall in the beginning of September, who kind of go by meteorological fall like I do, yay, it's fall. For those of you who wait until astronomical fall and the autumn equinox, just another few weeks. That's all you gotta wait. And then we'll all be on the same page again. So yeah, I've had just such a lovely, cozy weekend. This is just what I needed after a super busy week. The autumn decor is just making me so, so, so happy. Fall Spice coffee. I've been using that new notebook I showed you that I got at Changing Hands that says like there's magic in every day or something like that on the cover. I have been like writing down all my little moments of magic every day, and I feel like this weekend, yesterday and today, there have been so many, and it's just making me so happy. So yeah, so thank you for sharing it with me and hanging out with me this weekend. I hope you have enjoyed all of it, and I hope you've enjoyed this vlog. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. I would really appreciate that. Leave me tons of fall and cozy related emojis, candles and fall leaves and squirrels and all sorts of fall related emojis and coziness related emojis in the comments to let me know which one of you lovely people have made it all the way to the end. Books, you can leave lots of books for all the reading I've been doing. And yeah, let me know, what are some of the books on your fall TBR list? Is there anything new that you're looking forward to, or is there a cozy comfort classic favorite that you come back to every autumn? But yeah, what are your like go-to books for fall, or what is something you're looking forward to reading this fall? I would love to know. And yeah, I'm gonna go get myself a few of these candied pecans and go sit back down and watch YouTube, and I will see you all very soon in the next vlog. Thank you very much for watching this one. Bye!